What's up, everybody? We're back at the shop. Came up here earlier in the week and got the valve cover and the oil pan, all the intercooler piping off, sent it out. It's getting welded right now. I'm gonna be picking that up hopefully tomorrow. But when I got the valve cover off, I wanted to do a couple things inside of the engine. No, we're not doing cams just yet, but I got ARP head studs and I wanted to do that. But I decided, and I talked to a couple of people, that there's no necessarily need to, especially because we're in a time crunch right now, and there's just a lot of extra work that I don't need to do right now. So we're not gonna do it. Now I got the car up in the air and we gotta build the downpipe. So I'm excited for this project. I haven't done a big welding project in a while, besides making up those brackets for the oil cooler. Like, that's about it. I'm excited to get back into the TIG. I kind of mocked up a couple things already, but this is what we're working with right now. So I have these Vibrant pre-cut pie cuts, which these things are lifesavers. If you've ever tried to make your own pie cuts, it freaking sucks. If you don't have the right blade, the right tools, it sucks. So I had those just laying in the box and gonna use a few of those. I have this 45 and then a flex, and then I also have a V-band that I want to put in somewhere down yonder. I'm not sure if I want to put it here or back around here to this way, but I'll show you what I have mocked up already and where we're going to be sitting, and then let's just start tacking and welding. I got my 45 and my 4 pie cuts already kind of mocked up how I want it. So now we're gonna grab the other stand, get this in place to the outlet of the turbo, and figure out where we have to go here. So let's get that up there. So this is all just a pre-mock, the bends and stuff that I'm gonna need. I'm just getting stuff in a relative good position, and then when I go through, when I'm actually happy with how everything is looking, I'll go through and go tack by tack, and actually get it. But we just gotta get the ballpark of what types of bends we need right now. So this is all just kind of loose, wiggly right now. So what I'm looking for is this. How to integrate the flex to this. Obviously I'm gonna cut this flange off, but it's kind of a gnarly angle that we have to try and make. So I like this up here. This is nice. Obviously as tucked to the floor as possible, and we're just a little bit below the frame, which I'd like to try and make that a little bit higher. Maybe we'll have to move the flex back to here to get it up a little bit more. But that's all things that we're just gonna have to play around with. So I'm just gonna throw you guys in a time lapse, figure out this section here, and I'll update you guys in a little bit. All right, playing around with it. Got it all taped up over there. I just found a smaller piece of 3-inch aluminum just to kind of get an idea. With that sitting up there, putting us in a really nice position right there. So I just put another pie cut in there. Now all I'm gonna do is take the measurement from the pie cut to that pipe on the left and cut this down to size for that, and then we'll be able to go through and tack it all in. So not too bad actually. Pie cuts came in very much handy, but I think that's gonna do it for tonight, and we're gonna come back tomorrow and actually start tacking and laying some beads down. So see you guys in 2 seconds. What's up, everybody? It is the next day. We're back at the shop. Justin is here.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Flocking my dash. So if you know 240s, it's like a pretty main thing that people do. And mine was cracked. And if you look at it right now,
No way.
yeah, it was cracked, just like every other one. And I bondoed it, and then I sanded it, and it was still cracked, but it looked a lot better. And I tried using this stuff right here, trim black.
Yep.
Which is cool, looks cool, but you can see all the cracks. So our boy Johnny Fabs said he flocked his, and it's just like a powder in a bag, and it comes with glue that's black, and this is actually where the can it comes in.
So yeah, you put this on the dash first, and then you basically just toss the powder on it
in this thing,
in the little flocker,
and you just
pump away. Pump away.
There is a sticker here, so take that off because I was getting real frustrated at the start of here.
Actually, it doesn't look too bad. So
No,
it's got to
that's
sit and cure, but I mean,
So there was a huge crack here, just so you guys could. There's a huge crack right here.
yeah.
A huge, like, spider. There's probably 10 cracks right here.
Yeah, you can still kind of see one right there.
Yeah,
But
that's probably my Bondo.
probably.
But overall, like, I give it a, as it sits right this second, I'd say it's probably like a 9 out of 10 compared to what it used to be.
Yeah. So
And then you
Not
don't
bad.
even, they tell you to tape stuff off, but it only sticks to the glue. So as long
Right.
as you only glue up what you want to get hit, then
yeah.
you're good to go.
Look at this guy.
Flocking shit.
Making his interior look nice.
Just flocking shit around.
What a
here.
guy. All right, so I got the pie cuts tacked to the turbo elbow, which you just saw. And now we are test fitting once again before we tack the 45 to it. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and weld all of this out right now in case it moves a little bit, and then we can do the fine adjustments to go to the rest of the exhaust. because it probably will move. When you weld stuff, it's inevitable. You can try your best for stuff not to weld, but it will. It's just the way it goes. So we got the 45 here. I put a paint marker line on it already. So let's just make sure that this all lines up good, and then we'll go tack it. Got the 45 mocked up, and it was a little bit too long. It was hanging below the frame rail more than I wanted to, so I ended up cutting that down, shaving it a little bit, and I got it to fit pretty much right in the money of where I wanted it. So before we go ahead and finish out the rest, I want to weld the downpipe up. Technically, this would be the downpipe. So I got a second tank of argon, and I'm gonna set up my back purge, and then we're just gonna get straight to welding. So, I mean, they make like caps that you can put in it, but if you want, if you don't have that, you can just use tin foil. I normally just take a different line off of a tank and shove it in one side, just like so, and then put another piece of tin foil on this side, poke a couple holes, and let the air or the argon continuously go through the pipe, so the inside is completely shielded from oxygen, and it just holds a lot better, and you get a lot better penetration in the weld, and it just looks a lot better also. So make sure you back purge. It doesn't take that much more effort, and your welds will come out way better. But I'm just gonna put you guys down in a time lapse, and we're gonna get to welding this up. All right, let me disclose, I am not a welder. This is me playing with the TIG welder, developing my skills, learning more tricks. But we got the whole pipe welded out, and for not having that much TIG experience, I think it's halfway decent. I did blow 2 holes in it. I should have waited and took a break, and the pipe was just way too hot, and as soon as I went to go start a new bead, it just blew a hole. So, but it is all tacked together. It will not leak, hopefully. But yeah, pretty stoked. Looks kind of cool. You know, it's like a little, I don't even know what you would call that, but it didn't move too much. It opened up one gap on one of the pie cuts because I forgot to tack the one side of it, but it still fits right in the same position that I need it. So super stoked about that. I have had enough welding for today, and I think I might just hang out with the boys for a little bit and see if they need a hand. But that's gonna wrap up this week's video, and stay tuned for part 2 of finishing the downpipe next week and getting the rest of the oil pan, valve cover, intercooler piping, getting all that stuff buttoned up, and finally get this thing half looking like a car again. But we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.